we just want to say here on Black Giants, man, thank you for tuning in with us because we are here to relieve that stress, man, and talk about some funny shit. So you can laugh at us about how we talk about sharenting. Come on now. Because
Uh-huh.
y'all, we've seen you too. And we know who you are. The Karens, the Kens, the Darrens, the LaQuishas, the Tyrells. Yeah, you all are guilty of sharing the children on the interweb. Yes. So we're gonna talk about this
Mm.
sharenting. Um, Parents break the rules by uploading their children. I thought that was the craziest opening sentence, or sorry, opening question that you said, right? Because I have seen this for years and it's always been mystifying.
Years.
Yeah, facts. Mystifying. People will tell you, oh sorry, people will tell their children they can't have social media, but then go post their children on their social media. Like, what make that make sense? Or they'll say the craziest shit like gotta go pick up my son from baseball and then put the location. Like, you're like, bro, like that's hey, I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of it like for
Just checked
years.
in.
I watched yeah,
Four
just
square.
checked in, yeah, for you. And you do it 2 times. I'm sorry, you do it 4 times in a month. Boom. Now we know that Brandon has baseball from 4 to 3 over here. Like, I mean, I just thought it was interesting. But anyway, the next question is this is why I loved it when you brought this up, because there's so man. Oh, my man put the long on it too. Pause. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. The other
Mm.
thing is, when is it okay to put your child online? That's a great question. Oh yeah, we got some questions, man. So let's go get it. Let's get this thing lit, man. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad I saved this one down there to the lowest on the bottom. All right, cool. So sharenting, breaking the rules by uploading your kids. Let's start with that one. How do you feel? Have you seen that same do as I say, not as I do type of behavior from parents before?
Oh, for sure. I think we all seen that.
Okay,
Uh,
bet.
that's like I'm ingrained or I'm programmed or whatever. Don't do as I do, but do as I say. I've been through it and I'm trying to tell you to do better, but
Mm,
I'm set. That's kind of always the thing, right?
right. So my question for you is, you don't have any children, but just because you don't have any children doesn't mean that you can't have an opinion on the subject. Because I hate how people always say like, if you haven't had a baby, like women's or a woman will say, if you haven't had a baby, you can't have an opinion about a woman's body. You'd be like, I'm a human. I think they shouldn't force you guys to have children. Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I can have an opinion. Like, we all have an opinions. Like, you can see a parent beating a kid in on the street and be like, "Yo, I think that's a little excessive." You can have an opinion. You're not a parent. So this is why I thought like you should be able to say, speak, especially because we've all been raised by parents. So we
Exactly. We've
like,
all been children.
Yeah,
So
you know what
we've
I'm
gotten at
saying?
least the other side of the spectrum.
Exactly.
We've
We've seen
all
other
gotten
people's
that part.
exactly. So I'm like, man, I feel like we should be able to speak on even marriage, like even girlfriend boyfriend shit. Like should be able to speak on that because we've been on every stage of that. You know what I'm saying? Or we know somebody. So, but like, when it says going forward, when it says would you think it'd be okay for a child to have an online social media presence? Because I thought that was a slippery slope, and I wanted to hear your perspective on it first.
Oh, man, this is a question that I have at times with different homies, and so as he said, I ain't got no kids, so take what I say with that in mind. But I think it's tricky because when I'm thinking of it as a digital presence, I'm really like, oh wow, like them being online on the internet.
Mm.
I feel I'm looking at it that way instead of like, oh, when can I give them a phone and they can go on Facebook?
Because that hold on, that's a deeper question though, because to
That's
even have a
different. Those are
social
different things.
yeah, exactly. Because
Those are
people
different. So
intermingle those. I'm glad you said that. Go ahead, man. Oh, you
yeah,
cooking
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh, my man
So
cooking.
I'm thinking digital presence. I
Mhm.
think um uh, I mean, first off, it like you said in the beginning, technically against the terms of service, you're putting up your picture of your kid, you're breaking the rules. You're technically not supposed to do that.
Agreed.
Um so with that in mind, I don't like the fact of I guess an open digital presence.
Mm.
I had a talk with my friend, and he thinks digital presence means anything, like just with your phone, and it goes to your iCloud. That is breaking the rule to him. He's like,
I
that's too much.
Oh, whoa,
Not
whoa,
even
whoa,
sharing
whoa,
it. Not even
whoa,
sharing it.
whoa, whoa. That's okay.
Just
That's
that's
deep.
because if
Okay.
you get hacked, now it's out, right?
Hey,
Like
that's a perspective.
so
That's a
so
stance.
that's why I was like, this is interesting because I have these kind
Yeah.
of combos, but I recently had
Mm,
one with my homie about this kind of stuff, and he
mm,
doesn't have any pictures of his girl, his kid online.
mm.
Um, he
You
has
said
a lot of pictures
sorry,
on
he's
his
the one with the
phone.
iCloud? He's the one that doesn't have the
He,
children his child on the iCloud? Okay.
and no, he does have them on the iCloud.
Oh, okay.
But he was like, I feel like I'm cheated or I'm breaking the rules by having the iCloud. I shouldn't have the iCloud. And I was just like, oh
Mm.
damn, like that's interesting. That's mad. Like
That's deep though.
that's a
I didn't even
hard
think about
line,
that.
right?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's hey, that's stand on business. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie.
So
Mm,
with that said, if we're going to that degree of like I shouldn't
yeah.
even have digital photography of my child,
Mm,
then yeah, I guess maybe maybe when they're 10, you can start looking at putting pictures up or talking about it or
mm.
I don't know, introducing it maybe then, but I don't have a kid, so it's hard to say. But I just always wonder. I would wonder now where everyone's line would be. Like, where is it just publicly? Is it only for you? Is it anything digital? Like, um, what do you think? What's your take in terms of like where would that line be?
Um, See, this is why I'm glad you brought this to the forefront, what I mean, for us to talk about because I have to go fall back on my old trusty, reliable phrase of this is one of those things that has to be on a case by case basis.
Oh yeah, just about yours
Because
for sure.
because everybody's situation is completely, I mean, not completely different, but I mean, like because like
100%.
us, like we're creators, we're in the content space, right? So when I heard about this topic, right, my mind immediately went to, eh, if my child, what I'm saying, was maybe had a social media presence, maybe he likes to stream Fortnite, like
Mm,
maybe likes to do well, actually he does likes to do commentary, like over games and things like that. I don't have a problem with that. Um, but there's rules to that. Like, I mean, for his age, at the time, I believe he was 10, 11. So there was no online streaming. There's no live streaming, none of that. There is you can post your shit. There's no picture of you. Like, what I mean, it's your Fortnite avatar character. You're not doing the facial where you can see people, what I mean? You're just commenting on what's there's rules like for our situation. That's what what I mean? That's what I deemed that was gonna be okay because I understand like if he wants to have a future in the content space, who am I to shut down his growth like in it? Like, what I mean? I want him like, and let's be real, the earlier you succeed and find your path, like the faster you're gonna win anyway. So, but there's no Instagrams, there's no Facebooks, like so that's why when it said what's your presence? Like your presence, like for me in my situation, is more like, okay, you got the way to generate some money, the way for you to work, and what I mean, we're cool with that. But the whole social part of the digital imprint, we're not on that yet. Like, what I mean,
mm,
and honestly, I haven't really came up with a timeline on that. I'm thinking after high school, like
okay.
like that's just where
When he's
yeah,
an adult
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
because I don't know. I just keep hearing a lot about this online bullying and all this other shit. But my biggest thing, to be real with you, is you are a child. You don't need all these distractions when you're trying to be at this point in your life just to be here for an education and to learn things to shape you as an adult. Social media, I feel like can teach you how to deal with personalities, but you need to go deal with life situations to go and learn how to be an adult and navigate in the real world. So I that's why I said I put the kibosh on the social media presence. But like I said, for everybody else, their situation is different. I would say that I respect what everybody does with their kids. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like,
Everyone can do whatever they
but
want,
yeah,
but
exactly. But like, so for my situation though, I would prefer my child focus 100% as much time as he can on scholastics and sports, whatever he wants to do, and actual real play time outside. And you know what I mean. And if he wants to start his journey, you know what I mean, then you know what I mean, being a creative, cool. But if he wasn't doing that, then honestly, nah, bro, you can watch YouTube, you can watch stuff like, you know what I mean, on the kids' accounts and shit. You get a little screen time, but as far as you being, no, there'd be nothing. No, that's my situation because
hell yeah.
the world to me, like right now, it's so crazy, bro. Like like when you're just a regular person and you're not even thinking of stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like as a creator, like, you know what I mean? I tried to post something the other day, not of my child, but it was like a funny little meme, whatever, for a short. And then I got a flag, it's like, hey, are you sure you want to post this? I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why would I want to be unsure? So then I went to the guidelines. It was like, if you have like, I'm like, oh, I didn't even think like that's how people think. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no. And other people's heads are like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rewind that. Like, people are weird. Like, and that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So when it comes to children, I understand that we got to protect the babies because I don't know what's going on with society and the culture right now, but I can see it. Like they are in a rush to force our children to grow up. Like, you know what I mean? And not only are they in a rush to force them to grow up, they're forcing them to grow up and be something that their parents aren't trying to teach them. Like we don't like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's weird, like, because if they're trying to have them be like grown at like 13. Like, why does it what were you doing at 13? Fuck all that. What were you doing at 13?
Going to school, skateboard, kicking it.
Remember that whole come home from school, put the backpack down, run out the screen door, and you might come home. I mean, you gotta come home before before the moon came out, but like dusk, like the sun, you see the sun on the
Mhm.
mountains, like you run into the house, like, you know what I mean. You was outside, like, because you know what it is, you know what it is,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
for
know what
sure.
it is.
For
You
sure.
better beat that bitch home, like, you know what I'm saying.
For sure. With
You
the
running,
skateboard, son, got that gleam in the cube.
what? Like, oh, Gleam of the
Getting it.
Cube, the Christian Slater.
Yeah. I was getting it, son. I was like, yo, gotta
Mm.
go. See that shit.
Bro.
Getting
My man hella tall. He had them long ass legs. He was
long strides. Oh yeah, exactly. That
That
was
shit.
me, y'all. Killing them bearings.
Oh shit. Oh god. Oh shit, I bet you was. Oh shit. Oh. No, but you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me because like nowadays, oh, like now how I feel as a parent, like I want my kids to go outside, but like nowadays I'm like, bro, I don't even but I'm scared if my kid go outside. Like back in the day, man, like I can't even we didn't have just all the kids had guns and all the kids was talking about nigga we getting money out here what you not all the kids was on that. There was the niggas over there that did that. There was some people who just like to play basketball. Like, you know what I mean? There was some niggas over here who collect comic books. There was people over here who were break dancers. Like, not everybody's like, I'm the toughest person out here. It's scary to be a kid, bro. Like, I can see it nowadays. Like, kids are really on some like PTSD shit, like where they're like, "Oh no, it's a war zone out there, so let me just stay here and play video games." Where like that's their community now. Like instead of like, we go to high school, like it's like these are the people over here, these are the people over here, these are like I think that's what the social media has taken over and replaced. Like you can find your community without having to actually talk to people and have social interaction, and that's a good thing in a way, but bad in a way too because it doesn't help you develop life skills. You have to go through life situations like to learn things. Like not you can't go like you can listen to us all day. The reason why we are very informative is because me and him have gone through life situations together and separately and came back and talked about those life situations and figured out why the fuck they went well or why the fuck they didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is why, I mean, we
100%.
are very entertaining and very knowledgeable because we went outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? We
A
didn't
lot.
learn everything on meta. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so like I don't it's just I have it's like I said, it's a long conversation, man. Like I'm glad you brought this up, man, because it's crazy. So what are your thoughts? Like as somebody who doesn't have a child, like what would be your thoughts that would be deemed appropriate for a child to be have an online presence?
I guess from my stance, I wouldn't want my kid to have any kind of digital presence until
Mm,
high school.
mm,
Um, I mean, I think I would succumb to like a digital camera with a little SIM card, taking
mm.
pictures or something, them
Okay,
growing up that way.
okay.
But
Little Nikon, little Canon.
I wouldn't do it on the phone or something, but I would do something
Mm,
where I can document, but I would probably go that route. And then when they were in high school, they could start their digital presence
mm.
socially, openly, or whatever. But because I
That's
also
a good
think
idea.
you don't want to be the weird kid that doesn't have one in high school, but we could figure that out then too. But um,
Right, with
I think,
restriction or some sort.
yeah, yeah,
Figure
there's,
something out.
yeah,
You figure something out.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured there's something out so they're not too just weird and different like everybody else can
Right.
understand when they're talking about shit. So they can be a part of the mix, but obviously there'd be a lot of rough rules and shit. But um, I just think, what if you show everything about your kid, the sonogram, everything's online. It's high school time. They're doing a debate club, and the person debating them can talk about how their mom wore
Summer
a pink
Jam
dress.
screen.
Yeah, wore a pink dress when she had you. Saw the video, like, like
Yeah. Oh no, no. Yeah.
you're just not allowing them to kind of have
Identity.
this stuff be their own, and
Yeah,
it's shared.
I agree with
Everything's
that.
too shared in a sense, and
Mm,
it's like, yo, like
bars.
how 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 traumatizing would that be if you were in school and knowing a group of kids found something about your mom and they're just now having this inside joke about it and you just
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like you got to deal with that. You can't even like you don't even know what it is. Who knows? Like that's just in their side chat kind of thing,
I
and
mean, but that
it's all
also
because
brings
they
up.
put videos of
I was gonna
you as
say
a
that
kid.
also brings up though, like the new generation of these OnlyFans kids. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So like, who's parenting who in certain situations? Like you know what I'm saying? Because the internet's a very interesting place. But go ahead. I just thought it was crazy because it's the same thing. Like kids are very meticulous, so it's like mm, I agree with you.
Yeah, man.
Go. You was cooking. Go ahead. I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. I just, for me, my situation, I wouldn't really want that. I wouldn't want my child to have some disadvantage of everybody knowing them just as well as me,
Mm.
or something like that, or even thinking they know you when they don't know you.
Hmm.
Because of this identity being online. They'd be like, "Oh, I know him. He plays soccer." And it's like, nah, I want y'all. Y'all have to if y'all want to know my kid, y'all gotta talk to him.
Mm.
Y'all gotta go
That's
play
real.
with him and interact. And so, I just, I would lean towards that. That would be hard, obviously, because my wife's one who loves to share online, but that's a whole different combo.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, you
But
don't. No,
at
cross.
yeah, Dream
Cross.
World, that's
Wait,
it.
what? Dream World.
Dream World, that's how I would run it.
All right. No, the Dream World. All right. Oh, nah. I tried to something that ran across my mind as well. It's crazy though because if you're not into doing scammy things or weird things, like certain things don't really cross your mind, right? So I just remember last Thanksgiving last Thanksgiving. Big family, we're all together. My little cousins come by. I think they're like ages between 3 to 6. Like, I mean, there's four of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like little girls, like, super cute. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Click, click, click. I take a picture. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are cute. Like, oh, okay, blah, blah. And then my uncle walks up to me and goes, hey man, don't put that online. I was like, why would I put the pictures on? And I was kind of like bugged out. Like, I'm like, why you gonna walk up to me all like, you know what I mean, to the side? Like, hey man, make sure. I'm like, bro, like, what the hell's wrong? And then I got in the car and I told my wife about it. And I said, is that weird? Why would he do that? She's like, babe, people are weird out here. Like, maybe they don't have an online presence. Like, maybe we'll. And she brought up all these points that made hella sense. Like, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, no shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, people are weird. Like, I'm like, when I was like, oh yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's so not in how, not our thought process. So it's like so weird when somebody brings it up. And you're like, oh my God, can people? all right, you got it. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I wasn't going to, but like, you know what I mean? It's just funny though. Like when people tell you stuff, and sometimes your mind just be blown. Like you're like, whoa, what? I forgot the world is fucked up. Like I forgot people are fucked up. Like you know what I mean? It's just weird. But
And he might think you're not going to, but he just as a dad and a
as a
man or whatever,
precaution,
he
as
gotta
he
say it.
should, yeah, as
He's
a
just gotta
precaution,
say it. Like, hey
yeah,
yo, don't put that on.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I got you, big dog. Like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely no fault
Yeah,
on his
yeah,
side.
for sure.
Definitely no fault
Like,
on his
oh yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
For sure. Like,
But
matter of fact,
for him, it's
you know me, I'd be
automatic.
like, hey
He
man, delete him. Hey, delete that one, that one, that one, that one. I don't even know you like that, really.
send me that one
Like,
and then delete that.
yeah, yeah. Hold on, hold on, hold on. AirDrop? Okay, AirDrop. All right, bet. Now delete that. Like, you know what I'm
Not delete
saying? Yeah.
that. For real.
Right. Oh, shit, don't explain. Hey, don't ask me what type of dad I'm gonna be when I have a daughter. It's gonna be, yeah, I understand it. Like I said, now I understand it. Like I said, I understand it. But oh man, but that shit was wild,
Sharenting's real,
man.
man.
No, but that shit was wild though when your man said, "Bro, I don't even like taking a picture and having that shit on the cloud." Cause I never even went that route with it. That's deep. That's real shit.
Yeah, man. He was talking. He's like,
Cause he
yo,
was
man.
like, "Yeah, that shit gets hacked. That's out there."
He said, man, I fucked up already. I got it on my iCloud. I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
like the fact that you're already thinking that deep about what memories you can keep and how you go about it is man,
No, that's inspiring. I ain't gonna lie. That puts some on my brain. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I plan on having
you man,
some more in the future. So like I've always in my head, I'm always in the back of my mind, kind of planning on,
plotting and planning.
yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to synchronize things, like that was crazy because the next one you said we had on here was said parents who shared before a child is born. Is this fair to? Oh, well, okay, yeah, we already did that. All right, cool. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, cool. So at the end of that though, like I want to say that I feel that if you are sharing your child, you have the right to, like, I mean, that's your prerogative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once, like I said, now that we've been doing our content journey, like, during this content creation journey, we go down a lot of avenues, a lot of tunnels, a lot of rabbit holes. And I have gone down the rabbit hole where people are not as innocent, like, you know what I mean, as us. Like, where we don't think shit like that. Like, people are creepy out there. Like, people are on weird shit when it comes to like these kids. Like, you might post a picture of your kid sliding down the slide, and they'll be like, "Oh, look, that's a kid," and think weird shit. Like, you gotta watch, like it's crazy too because I know people are proud of their kids. That's why I don't want to, like, you know what I mean, like tell people like you're wrong for doing it, because when you have a child, I understand my man. When my child took a first step, or when he first kicked the ball, when he first rode the bike, I'm like, man, but like we good parenting out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? He on the appropriate time frame. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he reading on the right schedule. Like, I'm like, man, y'all got to see what we doing. Big things are happening in this house. Like, but I understand though. You gotta understand that people aren't seeing it the same way you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Like, this industry, it's $1 billion industry, and you know what industry I'm talking about. Um, Major, but you know what I mean. So like, just keep your kids safe, man, no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
100%.
like, I'm a big advocate on trying to maintain a child's innocence for as long as you can. I'm not into coddling them or making them think the world is fucking all cotton candy and roses, but like,
Yeah.
if a kid can be a kid till he's 13, and then really, like, you know what I mean, then start realizing, hey, I'm an adult now. Like, I would hopefully hope that people can raise their children to like be children at least until puberty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I see there's some grown ass 10-year olds, like some grown ass 9, 11-year olds. I'm like, man, look, can you at least get to puberty first before you start talking sassy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you know, what I mean, I'm just saying, that's me personally.
Wait till you get some bass. Wait till you get some bass.
Yeah, for real. Before you start balling your fist up, like, for real, like, come on, cause we don't believe you. But like, it's funny, man. Little kids, man, they be funny, and it's funny too because kids is big now too. So, but it's funny, but
Hmm.
their brain is still small, so it's hilarious. So we still don't see you like how big and smart you guys think you are.